Go. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. I'm really excited about tonight's meeting. I'm so excited that we're going to be celebrating everybody for all the accomplishments over the last year and talking about SFR. I know a lot of us did not get to go in person, and I think there are many people who are going to be watching this or joining even live that did not get to do virtual or anything. So we're going to share a little bit about that. And then since you made some announcements, even since SFR, about shipping cost changes and things like that. And it's almost a little confusing when you just first glance at it. It's like, we've done everything the same way for so long. And so changes sometimes hard to grasp, but I have like a little PowerPoint even to show, to screen share and break it down. And I really think when you leave this meeting, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, all right. Cause that's how I felt. And at the end, we'll do some door prizes. Again, I always say this because I'm afraid I'm going to forget and you're going to be like, she didn't do a door prize. So let me know at the very end. If I'm like, good night, everybody, tell me, Amy, are you going to give away something? So yeah, I always forget. I'm Amy Marc-Charles. I'm in Oklahoma City, US. We have some Canadian friends on. Canadians, will you wave? It's such a treat to have you guys. So
Hi.
Yeah, really happy to have you guys on tonight. I know you can't always make it, and this is a treat. So thank you so much. So one thing that we usually do at our Cincy family reunion every year when we're meeting in person, and then even the last couple of years when we had them online, we kind of had like a group Zoom like this, but we had to change it up since we had both in person and virtual this year. So this is our time to celebrate everybody's accomplishments. And when we meet up at SFR again next year, we'll do it there. And we kind of have people stand, we have people come to the little front of the little meeting room we have. It's just for our group. So as your superstar director, I have several directors underneath me, and you guys are all part of those teams, or you might be directly on my team, but we get together in a room at SFR and we just celebrate everybody. So that's what we're going to do right now. So let me introduce my directors first. I don't think everybody's on yet. Those who are on are Chris Skaggs. Will you just wave to everybody? I shouldn't wave also. Denise, will you wave? Denise Jardinay. Felicia, her picture's up so you can see Felicia Jackson. And then we have Kaylin Johnson, who's not on yet. I'm pretty sure she's going to be joining, but we've got Kaylin Johnson, Christine Tanner, Kayla Snow, and Norma Mendez Martinez. So you could be underneath one of those directors as well, but we're all excited that you guys are here. And I just want to say thanks to my directors because they work really hard. I know that in addition to doing all the stuff that every consultant does, selling and taking care of our customers, they're also taking care of you guys as their team members. So really appreciate all the work that they put into everything. And after we do some recognition, I'm going to have a couple of those who went in person to just share some takeaways with us. So make sure you're ready for that. All right. First of all, I was trying to think, how do we do this virtually? But this is a little bit different than SFR. Whenever you are celebrating 5 years with Cincy, you get to walk the stage, and 10 years with Cincy, you get to walk across the stage. So this is what I want to do, which is different. But if in the year 2022, so earlier this year, or next, or like in the next few months, if in the year 2022, you're celebrating 5 years with Cincy, will you raise your hand or wave? Is anybody? This is one of those things I didn't write names down. There's a few people who don't have their screens on, and we want you guys on screen if at all possible so we can see your faces. Anybody celebrating 5 years? Or you can say in the chat too if you just can't talk. Maybe nobody. Okay, anybody who's, I know some are, who's celebrating 10 years in 2022? Denise, when was your 10 years? When was your actual date?
August 6th, last year, 2021.
Oh, last year. Yeah, we want to celebrate that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you mean like
well, I said in 2022, but yeah. Was anybody
Okay.
5 years last year after SFR that you haven't gotten to walk the stage yet, but you will? I might be too confusing. Sorry if I'm being too confusing. Okay, well, we'll move on.
I got to walk this year.
You got to walk this year?
Yeah, my 5 year was our first walk. SFR.
Oh yeah.
That's when
yeah.
I was supposed to walk, but it was virtual, so I got to do it this year. I don't know if that's what you were getting at, but
No, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. So one thing that it's cool about SFR is, like I said, you get to walk. But this year, for the people who would have gotten to walk in 2020 or 2021, they let them, since he let everybody walk if you hadn't gotten to walk on the stage for your anniversary. So that's pretty cool. Kendra would have gotten to walk too if she had been there. Congrats, guys, on your accomplishments. It's a long time to be with the company.
Chris, what about you?
My tenure was actually in 2020.
Oh,
I got to walk just because we hadn't had one, but January of 2020 was my 10. So
okay.
I just celebrated a dozen years.
Wow.
Same. Oh, I would have gotten to walk in 2021 for 10 years.
You get your little butterfly. You guys all got the little butterfly pin in the mail.
We got
You
to
get a butterfly pin or something else. What's the
or
other?
keychain, and I think I did the keychain. I know I did because I put it with all my stuff.
There it is. Yeah, that's
Let
kind
me
of
see. Wait. Hold it there. Oh, that's pretty. I got the keychain, but I haven't gotten it yet.
that's a
It
really
took a while to
special.
get mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
All right. Okay. Here's one. Who has earned a promotion, any kind of promotion, certified and up? Who's earned a promotion since last summer? So like since we would have had SFR last year, which would have been like, July last year. Hi guys, look at all of you together.
That's their new recruit
We
too.
see you. Jay and Corey, who's this?
That's their new recruit.
Mark. Nice to meet you, Mark. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So did anybody earn a promotion that's on this year? Chris?
Yeah, I did the fall of 2021.
Yeah. So
There you go.
Chris earned a promotion to star director, you guys. Second from the tippy top. Woohoo!
Oh,
Big, huge deal. Good job, Chris.
thanks, guys.
Anybody
Thanks
else earn a
my team.
promotion?
My team earned that one for me.
And good job to Chris's team. You're right. It's you got to give yourself some credit though, too, Chris. You've
Yeah,
been
but
around, you've been putting in the work.
that takes a whole lot of people selling a whole lot of warmers and wax.
It is a lot. 30,000 group wholesale volume. Pretty big deal. Irene, you had a promotion? Oh, you're on mute. Will you unmute and tell us which one?
Lead last year.
Good job, Irene. We're so proud of you. Okay, if anybody else is like, oh yeah, I did, just speak up, interrupt me, put it in the chat. Nobody here, right? Has anybody earned the Sensational Start Award that's on here? 1, 2, or 3. This is what we usually do at SFR, and you just stand. It's a little different since we're on this video, but okay. I do have some names for the next things, and so we'll go through that. Last year, so we are going to have a new incentive. Hey, Deborah.
Hello.
We're going to have a new incentive.
Hello.
Starting. Hey, did you want to say? Oh, she muted herself. We're going to have a new incentive starting August 1st that will run through the end of January next year, and we'll talk about that soon. But last fall, we had an incentive, and we had several people who earned it, one of which is on the cruise right now, the Alaskan cruise. Jennifer Neff, if you guys are on our meetings, Jen is often on here. She's from California, and I think she took her husband with her. She earned level 2. So she and her husband are on that trip. So Jen, if you're watching the recording, congratulations. She said, I can't come to the meeting. I'm going to be on the cruise. And I thought, what was I thinking planning this meeting when you're going to be good? But we're so proud of you. And Nirma Mendez Martinez also earned level 2 of the incentive. It's a huge accomplishment. So we're really proud of both of those ladies. And then we had some that earned level 1. And I'm going to read those names too. Kathy Hummel, and she couldn't be on tonight either, but she earned level 1. Twyla Johnston, Christine Tanner, Kaylin Johnson, Vanessa Olivas, Kayla Snow, Denise Chardonnay is on. Good job. Denise. And I earned level 1 too.
Whoop, whoop.
So those were all our fall incentive earners, and we are going to work to try to get the next incentive, which we'll talk about. There's some different locations you can choose from. Should we say those now?
Yeah.
Denise, should we say those now?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can screen share, because I like typed it up real quick so you guys could see. Here's my little fancy Word document that I
Nice.
tried to quickly type up. So the 2023 incentive that we can start earning in August, all we know is this. We don't know exactly how to earn points for it yet. They'll tell us soon. But the 4 locations that you can choose from are Los Cabos, Mexico, a cruise that's a Western Mediterranean cruise on Wonder of the Seas, which I believe is the current largest cruise ship. A few years ago in 2018, we went on, what was that ship called?
Symphony of the Seas.
Symphony of the Seas, and it was the largest at the time. And so then there's Wonder of the Seas, Quebec City, which is in Canada. The pictures of that, I mean, like, look so charming and beautiful. And then New York City. And what's cool, I think, is that, like, I honestly don't know where I would choose. I think all those, I'm very tempted by all of those. But I think what's cool is they arranged it so that, like, if you've got like kids who are in school, or you are in school yourself, or you're working, or you've got a graduation that you need to attend, or a wedding, or, you know, whatever, it's like, you don't have to miss out just because of the dates, or if it's a location that's not that appealing to you, or if you're like, I don't ever want to cruise, whatever, like, there you go. Like, Scentssy's given us all these different options. So if you are in level 1, you get SFR registration for free. So it's like $350 US. That's just, you get your registration covered. Level 2 would be earning the trip for 1, and level 3 is earning the trip for 2. And they said whoever has the highest points gets to choose first. So you should work really hard to be, you know, in this top tier, I would say, because they'll get first pick of which location and which date. Like I said, we don't know how to earn it yet. Generally, that's based on sales and sponsoring and promotions, earning promotions yourself. And sometimes your frontline, when they earn promotions, I don't know yet. Denise, don't you think that will be available August 1st? Like, they won't tell us before.
They
So-
usually don't tell us till right then and there.
Because they don't want you to, like, be waiting and not have a good month now. They want you to work and then, like, start fresh on August 1st. So
Yeah.
we will know when we know. But for now, I think it's kind of nice to have a little bit of time before, because you can be thinking ahead, like, okay, I want to make sure that I get my catalogs in. I want to make sure I get my testers in. I want to start booking parties now for August so that I can start off really strong with that. So anyway, that is that. And we will probably have a meeting that talks about, like, the points breakdown, like our group will. So you can watch that or watch the recording of that and talk about how to earn your points for the trip. Okay, so we also had a summer incentive. It was a 3-part summer incentive. We're still on the 3rd right now, but I can tell you who earned levels 1 and 2 because we had some team members earn it. So the first one was based on team building, and Kayla Snow earned that. Valerie Estes earned that. Denise Chardonnay, job. Elva, is it De Leon Sierra? I'm not
No,
sure.
very good.
Got it. Vanessa Olivas and Jacqueline Sharp all earned that. So that's pretty amazing. Good job. They earned wasn't it a ring light and a microphone? Like Scentsy branded, really cool. And then the second part of the summer incentive, they had like times, if you guys remember, it was like April to May, and then, no, I don't know. I can't remember the dates.
April to March.
March and April, and then May, June, and then, no, what? April to March?
It was January to end of March, and then April and May.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Samantha. Okay, you know, because, like, you're my first name for the sales one. Samantha Goodridge, she earned it. So good job, Samantha. Denise Jardinay also earned that one. Good job. Jennifer Knapp, who's on the cruise, she earned that one. And Kathy Hummel. Good job, you guys. Congrats. I earned it too. And I have to tell you that prize was super cool. I've got like parts of it here because I don't have all of my supplies, my transition supplies that I purchased yet, but it was a cool thing. Let me show you guys. A set of transition testers, a stack of like a 25 pack of catalogs. We got some fall felt samples. They're like pumpkins and acorns and something else. Leaves. So cute. And then I have a giant stack of like all the new release bars. So cool. So like, I love having that because I'm going to melt those down and I'm going to make some samples.
And all the stickers.
Oh, yes. Those are all right here. That's a huge value, by the way.
$30.
All of the stickers for the new release scents.
It was a great prize.
I thought so too. And by the way, we'll talk a little bit more about transition here in a minute, but like, remind me to talk about this. P.S. Forgot to mention, Jess, I knew I was going to do this. I told her earlier today when I was Marco Poloing with her. We may go a little long tonight. If you have to hop off, it's okay. I am going to do a door prize at the end, but if you have to hop off, don't worry. I'll have the rest recorded. That's where we're going to have a lot of like the detailed important announcement stuff, but I'm going to keep going. But I just want to give you a heads up. And then the level 3 part of the Brick by Brick summer incentive, it ends the end of this month. And it's based on Scentsy Club. And oh my gosh, what's the prize? Oh, backpack. What's the brand? It's a
North
Your
Face.
face.
North Face Scentsy branded backpack. And then anybody who earned all 3 of those, which who do we have on track? Denise? No pressure. But anybody who earns all 3 of those gets, it was Converse last year. What is it this year? Why can't I remember?
Luggage.
Or
Fans.
Money.
And
Vans. Scentsy branded luggage or Scentsy branded Vans shoes. Isn't that so cool?
And
I
then
still
don't you get something, maybe I don't want to speak out of wrong, but do you get something towards the next incentive?
Oh,
Yes, points.
Okay.
yes. So we're cheering for you, Denise. I think you're the only one who's on track, just looking at the name. So we're cheering for you.
If anybody that wants to get on club, let me know. I'm just kidding.
Oh gosh, no. All right, let's see. Okay, this is my favorite part. This part here. So, well, this next whole section of names I've got here. So every year, Scentsy has a couple of major awards that they recognize on awards night. You get $1,000 bonus. That's US, $1,000 bonus. And you get a trophy for doing this. I have only ever earned in 14 years. This September is 14 years for me. I've only ever earned annual sales award one time. It was last year because it's really hard. It's doable if you are working constantly, consistent in your business and growing and thinking about it. So we want to really congratulate our team members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of our group members earned that award this year. And I'm so super proud of you. By the way, if you earned it, I got pins for you and they just came in the mail today. So I'll get these in the mail for you later this week. I'll show you. Annual sales award earner. They're cute little pins to put, if you've got a collection of those. So our annual sales sold 30,000 PRV from May 2021 through the end of April 2022. They are Norma Mendez Martinez, Kathy Hummel, Kayla Snow, Jennifer Knapp, and I wish they were on here, you guys, but they all have things, and our meeting was not the normal night. And Denise Jardinay. Good job, Denise. I'm so proud of you. How many years have you earned this award? 5, more than anyone in our group. Denise. She works hard. I was inspired by you. Yeah, she works to the last day trying to earn it. If she hasn't hit it yet, she doesn't give up. She sets a goal. Will you talk about it? Do a little acceptance speech here.
Okay. And it was so cool this year because they broke us down by how many years we had earned it. So that was real cool at SFR. And then I think I realized finally that it's really a big deal because, you know, when you were looking at everybody around you, and it's interesting because today I wasn't even thinking about this call, but I set this goal for myself. Every month I have to sell $2,500 in PRV. That's just my goal for the month. And then there are some months I have to sell, which through the holiday months, I usually hit over 3,000. And the thing with this goal is that you cannot wait to earn it to the last minute. Even though on the last month, I've had to push hard a couple times, really hard. You have got to pace yourself out through the whole year. And when you say you have a goal, that a goal isn't just written down on a piece of paper. I have really, really, really and take that seriously. And the month doesn't close out until I've reached that goal. And, you know, I love the money. I mean, and you want to say what motivates me? That bonus. I worked 35 years for the state and never got a bonus. So, you know, I really love the bonus. That's what I think got me started when I first heard about it. It was like, a bonus? Why do we get a bonus? And so, you know, I'd be glad to talk to anybody individually about it because it's really consistency. That is the word, is consistency. And, you know, yeah, you have don't you think I have downs and ups and downs and ups, but you have to be consistent. And I think for some of us that have been in the business for a while, I was thinking about this the other day, a big part of this is, you know, getting referrals from customers that you already have, you know, like, you know, if you're not doing events or you're still not hyped up doing parties, then you got to depend on people to refer you to somebody else because you got to build that customer base. You've got to. You can't, I can't see just sticking with your customers and earning annual sales off of just, you've got to be adding new people all the time. So I do it for the money. It paid for my trip to Salt Lake City. So
I love that.
it was
Okay.
exciting.
Thanks for sharing. I love getting to cheer for you every year. And I think you're part of, you know, what inspired me last year or the year before when I was trying to set my goals. And I thought, gosh, Denise does this. Like I've never really like tried that hard to, it just wasn't something that I had ever pushed to do. And I was like, I need to do this. And so I you know, it's something to be proud of. So
It is.
congratulations.
And it helps when you've got somebody cheering you on too. I remember when you were going through that.
I'm working on it this year. Anybody else working on it this year? I'm working on it.
Arlana.
Go lady.
Arlana, yes.
I was gonna say, Denise, I was gonna say you and Jen last year inspired me that way. Like, and I watched Jen push it to the last day on her social media, and watching her tracker that last month was insane. But I started with my mini goal was 2,000 to get the bonus each month. And then I think that's my goal for the next year is to push for annual sales. So
that's awesome.
One step at a time, right? So
yes.
If I can get there, great. But I'm going to actually start tracking it because when you mentioned the dates there, Amy, I wrote them down. So I was like, I'm going to go back and track my PRV this year just to see where I actually end up hitting after the year. But I hope that other people follow suit as well, because why not? Why not see how far you are, and then you have that push for your next year? Like that's what you need to hit, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'll say I missed it by like 1,000 PRV or so this year, which is disappointing, but also like it just told me like, you know, there were some months where I took my eye off the prize. And then I came down to the last couple of months and I was really having to push. But if I had been really paying attention, like you said, like you're very intentional thinking I have to get that 2,500 or, you know, whatever, just to be on track. Like I kind of got off track. So, but I'm going to work on that this year. So anyway, I'm just super proud of you and everybody else who isn't on the meeting, but who earned it. I'm so very proud of you. And I have something coming to you in the mail this week. Next, I'm going to do our group top 10 for the last year. So I did this. I wrote down that it was July 2021 through June 7th of 22. I was doing this just like leading up to SFR. I was trying to get everything done. So it's not quite a year. but that was my cutoff date for this year, was June 7th. So I'm going to kind of do top 10 for sponsors and sales. Should I do sales first or should I do sponsors first? Nobody cares. You want to hear both. Top sponsors are, we had a tie for 7th place. I wanted to do like basically like 10 names or so. In this category, it ends up being like 9 the way I did it. But in 7th place, we had a 3-way tie, and these people don't even know because I sent gifts to the top 5. So you don't even know if you're past that. But 7th are Rachel Jones, Denise Jaredine, and Twyla Johnston. So good job in your recruiting last year. So these are our top sponsors, the most number of people that they brought onto their team. And then we had a tie for 5th place, and it was Jordan Shea and Arlana. You came on at just the right moment to be recognized. Good job. Good job. So proud of you. You really, I mean, your team is like on fire. And I think that's a result of your leadership and your passion, enthusiasm. So good job.
Way to go.
Yeah. Number 4 for sponsoring was Kathy Hummel. So Kathy, when you watch this later, congrats to you.
Kathy.
Jennifer Knapp is number 3 for sponsoring. Kayla, I love Denise's woos. Thank you. Kayla Snow is number 2. And then Norma Mendez was our number 1. So good job, you guys, with all of your sponsoring, all of your recruiting. I think it's a testament to your enthusiasm, like I said, with Arlana, and just your passion for what you're doing. And it's just showing other people what they can have and what you have. So I love it. I watched this video and I shared it to my team page, and it was, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's on TikTok and he's really great about sales, and then he's also really good about relationship stuff, not like relational conflict and stuff like that. But anyway, he had this thing about sales, and basically, like, we're not salespeople. We are just people who love our products and love doing it. And so whenever you're recruiting, it's just kind of like an extra sign that, hey, you're doing the right thing. You're in the right business. People are wanting to join you in what you're doing. Then let's do top.
Josh Braun.
That's him. Josh Braun. That's him. Guys, if you need somebody, if you're on TikTok, he is so inspirational, man. All like with conflict and relationships and sales, he does like a mix of all that. And it's like changed the way I perceive and see stuff. So anyway, that's bonus information for you today. So awards for top sales for our group, starting at number 10, Kaylin Johnson. Good job, Kaylin. Number 9, Arlana. Whoop, whoop. She didn't know that. Christine Tanner is number 8. Vanessa Olivas is number 7. I was number 6. Number 5, Denise Jardine. Whoop, whoop. Good job. Do people whoop, whoop anymore? No. No. That's so old of me, huh? Jennifer Knapp is number 4. Good job, Jennifer. Number 3 is Kayla Snow. Congrats. Number 2 is Kathy Hummel. And number 1 is Norma Mendez. Good job, you guys. Good job with your sales. I know it takes a lot to be in these numbers. We've had in this past year, I don't have my number right in front of me, but it was somewhere around 700 to 750 consultants in our group. When I'm talking about these numbers in top 10, like, it's a big deal, and you guys worked hard. And so I want you to know I'm really proud of you. I think that's it for recognition. So we're doing good on time. All right. So Chris and Denise, I would love for you to both just share something about SFR. I watched virtually this year. It was hard seeing everybody there in person. I know everybody was having such a good time, and it was the first like big in-person event. And so there's a lot of like extra Cincy spirit, but Chris, do you want to go first?
Oh, it was just good to be back around all of the Cincy group and getting to see everybody that we don't see, because so much of our team is not, like, I'm in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Most of my team is not here. So it was good to get to see people and feel the spirit again. And it's just like you walk in and it's just, I don't even know how to explain. you don't walk in quietly. I mean, you walk in and everybody's hollering and everybody's excited and everybody's a team. And the trainings, it was phenomenal this year. It definitely one of my top, probably my top three out of the last 12 years. It was good. We had a great time. So go ahead, Denise. It's the only time of the year I get to actually see Denise, you know?
I know. We got to hang out a lot and we enjoyed it. And I really got to know so many people on Amy's group that I hadn't really spent a lot of time with that are in her group, just like you all. That was a big takeaway. But I think this year, I mean, I'm going to say it was one of my top three too, Chris. And even though I got sick when I got back, and I told Amy when I was sick, it wasn't worth it, but I want to eat my words because it was just because I didn't feel good. And, but it was worth it. And because I survived. So I guess for me, there's a couple things. One is if you guys are leaders, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. Can I just say something about that book, Amy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Our leadership training to me was absolutely amazing. And if you guys want to, our leader of one, our leader of two, get this book. It's called The Multipliers. It is an amazing book. Thank you. Oh, Chris, see, you could have talked about it.
Holy crap. Amy, why didn't you tell me?
I thought I did. No,
Oh,
maybe not.
Denise, I just started listening to this book this weekend.
Oh,
it's amazing.
good.
I will have to tell you, it's amazing. The training and be encouraged that Cincy's going to continue training around this book is what Deb Bowden told us. I don't know any specifics of that, but that leadership training to me was incredible. And so that was the first night, which really started it. So you'll have to share, Jess, on our calls. Maybe I'm curious. All the people that were at our table just loved it.
I'm not sure if I heard about it at my day job or somewhere like through, I don't know, but so I got it on Audible because I had some organizing to do this weekend and I started it and I really like it.
I think it's too for me. I don't know about you, Chris and Amy, but I also think it's so much of what relates in your own life. It's about team building for your job, but it's about relationships in general. So to me, there was just so much takeaway there. The other thing that really hit me this time is that, we all start with the same kit. Everybody in that room, everybody on this Zoom, we all start with the same kit, right? Nobody starts with a more than anybody else. Some people may start with a little less, but nobody starts with more. And it just hit me this time about how everybody has a different journey. And you talk to people, and we had several people on stage that talked about their journey. How their journey through life, their journey through Scentsy. And we all have one common thing, and that's to be successful in this business, or we wouldn't be in it. But we all have a different journey of how we get there. It takes some people longer to reach their goals, but they work at them, or shorter or whatever. And it just really hit me as I met, because I love meeting new people when I'm there. Just love that. And talking to people and saying, well, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. And it's like, wow, nobody has a smooth sailing, all the way up, just woo, no ups and downs. But we all keep at it. And that's what's so important. And Orville and Heidi, you're such a role model for that. And now Dan, and I think Dan's speech was amazing. I wish that could be for everybody to hear, because it was great. And I had just to share, this is the last thing I'm going to share. This is what made me think about this when I got back. Some of you know, in 2015, Thomas and I spoke at the Vegas convention. And I got to know a lot of y'all here because of that. And the first day that I was there, in Salt Lake City, this lady walked up to me and she goes, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." I said, "Hi." She goes, "I know you don't know me. I didn't introduce myself after you gave your speech." She said, "But can I share something?" I said, "Sure." She said, "6 months after that, I lost my son." And she said, and I just broke down with this lady, and she was like, "The only thing that got me through was thinking about you and what you had gone through. And I wanted to throw my towel in my business so bad. But now I've promoted to a star consultant and I'm just so happy." And, and it was just, it made me think, we all really do have an impact in some way. And when you think about recruiting, we all have a story, no matter what the story is, some good, bad, otherwise, but we all have a story, but that story impacts other people. And by not sharing that story, you're depriving people of a chance to do something they might need for their life. And maybe not at the time, but they may need Scentsy, for whatever reason, so I had all those gushy feelings, and it was, yeah, it was really good. And I'm encouraging my team, and I'll say it on here. Somebody posted in your group, Amy, I don't know who did, about they calculated the money, and if you saved so much money a week, somebody posted that. I'm going to encourage every one of y'all, save your money. Don't wait till the last month. Save your money so you can go next year, because it's an experience, and it's a different experience for everybody. Everybody takes away something different, just like we all go on our journey differently. So.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm taking notes on what to include in our recording email. So when I put this on YouTube, I'll see if I can find that breakdown for how to save money. It's like how much per
Yeah,
week.
somebody did it. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
Who did a really good job of it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
Rebecca has
Rebecca
it.
has her hand raised.
Okay, yes, Rebecca.
Someone posted something about like $20 a week would give you more than enough to get there for next year. So you might look up on her page or something.
Okay.
Who was it?
Jamie Solons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She might have posted it in her team page though, but
Somebody else had it.
I've seen it floating around, so I'll see if I can find it and put it in our
I'm not
recording.
in her team page.
Since we're doing all the feels, I'll say my feels right now. I want to say that we all go through different cycles in our business. And if you've been around longer than a few years, even maybe it just took you a year or so to realize this, or maybe have it come all the way back around. So if you feel like you're in a different place than you have been and you're not loving how it is, stick around. Scentsy in general right now, I will say, if you guys haven't followed the economy stuff, I know this is true in the US, and I don't know if it's true for Canada too, or how everything is impacting you guys, but currently, like if you look at like Target and everybody, like everybody's having sales, right? They're realizing that people don't have as much money right now. There's not a lot of flow going on. And Scentsy included, we're going through a dip. So if you like are looking at your sales the last few months and you're looking at your paycheck, you guys, and you're thinking, what the heck? This is not the same as I was getting just earlier this year or like last year at this time. Just know that what we went through in 2020 and 2021 was like the craziest, most incredible, like spike in growth. It was normal, typical like growth, was kind of like this. We were like this in recruiting and in personal PRV sales per consultant. Like everybody was at home. I'm like, we have such a cozy, nice, comforting product, and everybody was using it. And I think, and then people just kind of had some money and they were buying, and things have slowed down a little bit. And so I have to tell you, we kind of are in a dip right now. Not kind of, we are in a dip right now, and it's going to level back out. I have full confidence. And I know that in meetings, I can sometimes come off as like too positive sometimes because I always try to spin things, but I'm just telling you, like, I am not worried. I'm not. I'm looking at Scentsy. In fact, so I've been around for almost 14 years and I have seen things. I've seen the ups and I've seen some downs, and I've been around for smaller checks and higher checks. And just as a personal recommendation, if you can not spend it all, you know, just spend wisely, because we're not a business where you get the same paycheck every single month, right? So like when you get those higher checks in the fall, what I like to do is just hold on to them, some of it, and just save for months that might be a little lower. That's just personal like experience. But I just want to say, I know we're in a dip and we're going to level back out. I know we are. And one thing that's different is I've heard some of the people from home office say there were times with Scentsy when we were going through a dip where they were not prepared, because we had incredible growth, like the time when I was joining in 2008, 2009, 2010, even we were still kind of going upwards. And then like, they did not know what to do. If you've ever heard of Grace Adele or Volata, Scentsy like came up with these other products and brands, and they were just trying to give people, you know, a way to survive during a dip. And they decided that's not the way. But I have heard them say, we are prepared this time. We feel like we know what we're doing. We've matured as a company, and our direct sales company is all owned by the same people. We don't have shareholders that we're having to worry about when it comes to like where, you know, who's has the deciding factor or whatever. Like Orville and Heidi own our company. They've got money put away. Like our company is safe. And if we just ride out maybe some low months, I'm hoping we might pick up this fall again, but I'm just saying, even if it doesn't, this is just Amy being real from experience. Stick with it, ride it out, and we'll have some growth again. Okay. That's what I have to say. That's my little things. Your check might not have been great this month, but I'm telling you, if you don't quit, it's going to be okay. Just don't quit, because if you quit, you don't get a chance to find out what it could have been. What is it? Was it somebody at SFR said, don't give up on, you can give up, but don't give up on your worst day.
Yep.
Give up, but you can't give up on a bad day.
So I would say this was a bad month. Last month's check was probably not anyone's best month. Maybe, but probably not. So don't give up.
Another way to think of it is things are starting to open up. As we could tell, people went to SFR. And so they're not home. They're out and about. So they're not thinking about, hey, I'm at home and my house stinks. Or they're not thinking about changing their waxes often, or their pods, or whatever it may be.
The like fall people will be.
When they were home,
we have some amazing fall.
But when the weather starts to get a little bit colder and they're inside a bit more often, then they're going to think about it a bit more.
Yeah.
When they're hosting people for holidays and such.
Yeah. Yeah. People want to feel cozy in their home and make it feel like fall. And that's why it's just like such a great time for us. And you're right. We do have some good products. So let's talk about transition. So if you haven't already, you need to be thinking about August. August 1st is when the new catalog starts. I know I'm speaking to some of you guys who already know this, you've already got your stuff in your hands, but in case you are watching, you don't know, you need to get your new stuff this month. It's 10% off. Is it 20? Are the business supplies 10% off?
10.
Business supplies are 10% off. So grab a pack of catalogs. I really do love these stickers. I don't have it yet, but there is a half sheet. If I can find one that's around so I can put in the description of this YouTube video, I will. But there is usually somebody makes like a half sheet that you can put one of these on, and then you can like stick it in the mail. It's like so lightweight, perfect, like one stamp to mail all of your good customers one scratch and sniff. These are scratch and sniff stickers. How much is a set on its own? Does anybody know that?
$30.
The set itself is 30.
Transition set is how many cents? It's not 10. Is it 10?
Yes.
I also know that the workstation is actually providing those now. So it might actually be in our consultant store that you can also do those to print off or order. I forget, but I did see on one of the sites that someone had requested like to make those to like print off the half sheets, and they said that Scentsy is now actually starting to create their own as well. So something to keep in the workstation.
Thank you. I will look for it.
Someone made a rack card
Mhm.
on Canva and shared it.
If you'll get it to me, I'll link it.
I will get it to you.
That's beautiful.
So that's
Hold
the
it up
front.
again.
It's a
But it's
rack card with all
Oh,
the
that's
stickers.
nice.
I ordered mine through Canva. They were here in like 3 days. I did the thinner on this one just because it was cheaper, and I'm going to stick them in every one of my catalogs. But this had no information, so nobody had to change anything. Like, it doesn't have your information on it, so it was super easy to do. And then I know
You
this is
can
not,
staple a business card to the top of it.
yes, you can,
or
or you can,
slide
I
it
mean,
inside a
there's room
catalog.
to add it. I just didn't add it. And then the other one that they linked was the Scentsy Club one, and I did add my picture to that. Again, did it from Canva. Best quality I've printed in a long time. I mean, I've printed from UPS and all that. These
Amy, your face says it all.
these are great.
Those
How
are
long does it take
beautiful.
to get your stuff?
But we can definitely share these links since whoever designed it, may have been Kimberly, I don't remember. But they're sharing all this, so we can share templates from Canva. But yeah, this was super easy also. So, because after going to SFR and talking about how great the Scentsy Club is and all the things that they encouraged us to do with this will go in every single order, whether it's an online thank you or an order that's being picked up. So
Okay,
I have
but
tons
is
of them.
it actually the size of a rack card that
It's a
it'll
rack
fit
card, yes.
in a number 10 envelope?
Let me double check. It better be, because that's what I ordered them for. Hold
Yeah,
on.
the thinner one, the scratch and sniff one looks skinnier. By the way,
Because
so,
I use rack
number 10,
cards.
yeah.
Oh
So
my gosh.
This one fits in it easily. Okay.
I love you, Chris.
And
I
this
mean,
one,
I already loved you before, but I love you all. I missed you all so much.
hold on. Yes, it fits in it perfectly.
Oh, please share. I
I
know
will
you
make
will.
sure we share.
I
I'll make sure.
have our email, our monthly email ready to go out with all the information, except I have to upload this video and then I have to find all the links. And so if you guys can give me a full day tomorrow to make sure I have all these links, I will get it emailed out Thursday.
If anybody needs help with Canva, I can help, because you can totally like make these templates your branding colors.
Mhm.
Please shoot me a message, Facebook, wherever. If you need my cell phone number, I'm happy to text you. I love
And
Canva.
I think I ordered 100 for $30 with no
And
shipping.
if you have Ebates, it's not Ebates, it's called a Rakuten.
Yeah.
You can get cash back.
Yeah, I paid $30 two-sided colored for 100 of them. No, and there was no shipping. So, but like I said, I ordered them on Monday. They were here like Thursday. The ones I ordered on Friday, because I redid my thank you cards, my thank you cards, because I have like 8 left. And I put my new logo on them, and I ordered them on Friday. They'll be here tomorrow. And that's standard shipping, standard free shipping, not paying the expedited.
Yeah. I think Canva is better than Vistaprint lately.
Canadians, do you have Canva that you can use, or you could do the online, I bet.
We can do the online. I've never ordered through them though. But like I've made stuff, so.
This was my
Arlana-
first
Arlana, you're muted.
experience ordering. I'd never ordered, but the last time I did Vistaprint, I wasn't very happy with them.
Mhm.
Me either.
And so I had talked to a couple of people that had ordered and said that they loved it. They thought it was great. It was a great bargain. I still haven't done the super thick ones. These are just the medium ones, but you can tell that they're not that thin. I mean,
I mean,
Here's-
does it matter? You know?
Here's the one thing that I learned from
this
Canva.
is from Vistaprint, and this is the best quality they have. And this one's thicker. So, because this is my old logo. So this is my old thank you.
The one thing that I've learned from Canva is upload the picture to the app on your phone and then manipulate it on your computer. For some reason, the picture uploads better from your phone than it does to your computer. I have no clue why.
I was using other people's template. It was working. Like,
And if anybody doesn't know about Canva, it is a free website. There is an app. I definitely like to use my computer as well. It's just
Yeah.
easier for me, but it's free. You can use it. There's like a premium pro, whatever you can pay for, but it's not incredibly necessary. So you can look into the options if you want to do it or not, but you can just take, when people say I have a Canva template. So when you guys get my email with this YouTube link, in the video description for this video on YouTube is where I'm going to put links. And so it'll say like, Cincy Club, thank you, rack card. And I'll use the link that Chris is going to send to me, hopefully. And you'll just click it and it'll say, use this template, and it'll just open. And from there, you can edit it. Like Jess was saying, edit it to have different colors or put your own contact information or whatever. There's even a way, yes, you can make QR codes that go to
And
your
yes, you can
Linktree
print
or your
Canva.
PWS, whatever. So don't be intimidated. I think if you spend a little time, especially if you start with a template, it's not too difficult. And people are sharing their templates. Like, you're not having to do all this work, and it makes you look super duper snazzy and professional. And you're right. Sometimes, Irene, they'll send a template that sometimes you can tell if it's the person's and they didn't send you a template and you don't want to edit theirs. Yes, but that's true. And I was gonna say one more thing, and we were talking about Vistaprint and stuff, and I agree, like Vistaprint is okay. And so what you can do is you can save, and if you don't want to print and you just want a few, honestly, if you have a printer or if you have a library or a wherever place, you can just save the design onto your computer and then you can print it however you want. So that's why when we say we've printed with this company called Vistaprint before, we would like upload it in Vistaprint and then print from there, have them print it and mail it to us. And you get like a stack of postcards or a stack of rack cards. I agree though, like, yeah, so like, here's my rack cards from Vistaprint and whatever, but I have printed through Canva and it was good quality and I thought it was pretty nice. What do you have, Arlana?
The postcard size from Vistaprint, and I've been very unhappy with how they've been changing their stuff lately. Our prices have skyrocketed in Canada. The shipping is atrocious.
It's terrible.
And actually, I got a complete refund on my last year's Christmas card because of the way that they quality changed all of their material. And I was lucky to find out that they didn't change the postcards at this time. But my last Christmas card, even that I've always done for 10 plus years, like it looks like cardboard crap. Like there's nothing. Like,
So have you looked to see if Canva will print, or you just don't know?
I've never had the time to like actually look into it yet. So now knowing that that's what you guys are using and that's how that is, like that'll definitely be something I'll try to find the time for, maybe when Lacey's in preschool.
Yeah. Maybe you can
I'm
look at it.
happy to do like pick a night and somebody wants, I can screen share and step around Canva if anybody would like.
it says Canva print is currently available for limited products in Canada. So I don't know what projects, but they do ship some of them.
All right, you guys let us know. Arlana, I would love to know. So
Yeah.
give a little.
I have to sign up, I suppose. I'm gonna do that right while we're
Yeah.
talking.
But there is the free option. And if you're using the templates, I don't think you need to, like, unless you're going to get really creative with your design, I don't think you need anything other than the free.
I'm looking at it right now and this looks like where we order for like where I work, our business cards and everything from. So I don't see why it would be an issue for us.
Fantastic. So, oh shoot.
Sorry, I was trying to pull
No,
up.
ma'am.
No stickers, they say they do in Canada. I'm trying to find like, I don't need t-shirts and stuff. I need like
Yeah,
postcards.
using like all the like stickers I use to label all that stuff I currently do with Vistaprint, but
With the premium, it's just extra like clip art type things. And then you can like save your favorite brand, your branding colors and font. So it like automatically applies if you're creating something. So honestly, like you have so much to use with the free Canva. Let's move on. We are going to talk, the last thing I have, we are really getting through, is to talk about the shipping changes. So what day was that? Thursday, Friday? Wait, first of all, does anybody use Amy? Irene, I know you were an Amy user. Denise, you do. We'll talk about this. Amy, AMI, that was an app that a lot of consultants were using. We even had like at SFR, they were like telling consultants, I think Amy was there, right? Were they telling consultants like, you're going to have this whole integrated thing? And the last thing I knew was that our email and things on our workstation, we're going to sync up with contacts from this Amy app. It's a follow-up app. So it like records all of your orders. You can record when you give people samples, this and that. Like it was a very, very sophisticated, well thought out product of an app. And like, as soon as Scentsy got home from SFR, and I'll tell you my perspective on this. The Wednesday after SFR, we have SSD calls with Dan every Wednesday. And he was in tears almost telling us this. You could tell it weighed so heavily on him that he felt so awful. And I think since he was basically blindsided, and from what I've seen, I think Amy didn't know that they were going to be shutting down, but that's what I'm getting to. Amy is no longer going to be an app, a company. So anything that Scentsy had planned to work with or integrate with them, we're not going to have that. So I am committing to you guys that we're going to have some good training about follow-up systems in the next month or so. If you use Amy, you have through the end of July?
I think end of August.
Yeah, I meant end of August. Yes. I saw the word August in my head and then July came out of my mouth, but through the end of August. But there are some superstar directors I've been chatting with, and they've been talking about different methods, whether it's like back to binders or, paper and pencil, or I know somebody who has like a spreadsheet. And so we're going to try to get some good trainings for you. I think everybody is all the way up to Scentsy Home Office. They're kind of scrambling because obviously if they had known, they would have talked about it at SFR. They would have kind of had some kind of information to give everybody as far as training and like, what do you do now? So I wanted to acknowledge that nobody knew. And when I say Dan was in tears, I had never seen, it was so sad. We were like, Dan, we'll figure it out. We'll rally together. We'll figure it out. Like he was really like, it hurt him, I think, to have to tell us that. So I just need you guys to know, like, since he had no idea. All right, now shipping. This is something I think that has been planned. Let me screen share. There was also this news tab announcement. I can't remember what day it was last week, but they announced that we have some change coming to our shipping charts, basically. And it's like I said earlier, it seems confusing, but honestly, like once you look at it, it's actually good. Now, Canada, I haven't like looked exactly like thinking as a Canadian, but if
I pulled it up.
If it's anything like ours, it's on. I have examples that are Canadian on here. So somebody else made this, but honestly, like, let's just move on. This is gonna actually be a good change, and we're going to go forward. So here's what it is. Used to be that any PWS order was like $8 minimum shipping, or above an $80 order, it went to 10%. Okay. So here's what it is, what it's going to be as of August 1st, a flat $10 shipping on any order that's on your PWS or an individual order that you place, Scentsy Success, or even a party. So this is what this means. This is so cool. $350. This is, I guess that's PRV. So US, we're 1 for 1, but Canada, that's $350 PRV. You get free shipping with a party order. I'll tell you one thing that's different. I'll go ahead and say it now, and I don't know if it's on another slide, but this is the only thing that we're really going to have to get used to. So listen to this. Previously, you could have an open party on your website. If you have a PWS, you can have an open party. So say for the flash sale that we just had, flash sale, July flash sale, tell all your customers, order through this party, right? And you're racking up the PRV, which is so awesome. And you are racking up party PRV to apply towards your host rewards. That is still the case. So if you had 600 PRV come in from online orders and you've got them all attached to your flash sales party, you still have a party that has 600 PRV worth in host rewards. You get the host credit, but no longer would you just be able to enter your host rewards and get free shipping on any other little orders that come in. You know, let's say you have like maybe $100 more to add for your host or a random customer, and you're like, oh, I've already hit the 500, I'm good. That's not the case anymore. So now what it is you have to have another 350 to get the free shipping that you're actually entering into the workstation. Even though you already had some online orders, those don't count as far as the shipping quantity to get you to the 350. Does that make sense? We're going to go through some examples and I will show you. But if you think about like 350, if you're entering orders for customers that are all local to you and you are shipping those out, you're getting free shipping on that instead of having to get to 500. Like pretend like PWS orders are not a thing and you're just sitting here with order forms in your hand. You only have to have 350 now to get free shipping on all that. Of course, 500 gets you to that extra tier of, 15% in your host rewards instead of 10. But if you've got a party that's under 350, it's a flat $10. So let me share this with you. If you had a $300 party and your customers were having to pay 5%, what's the math on that? 300 times 0.05, that's $15. So instead of 5%, which would be $15 on a 300 PRV party, you're only paying 10.
In total?
It is cheaper. Instead of the 5%, it is cheaper. Even if you had a 200 PRV party times 5%, that's $10.
But is it $10 for everybody or $10 total?
For the workstation orders that are entered right there.
Per order.
Per order.
No,
Yeah.
no. If they're all shipping to the host and they're not entered as a set, so if it's shipping separate, just like it was, then that's $10 instead of 8. But
Right.
it's no. So if you've got like 6 order forms in your hand and they are $200, well, I mean, if they were 200, 5% would be 10. But no matter if it's over that, it's still only $10. It's not 5% anymore, which would be more for your customers.
So it's $10 to one location.
Yeah, instead of 5%. So those of us who are charging the 5%, like you have to figure out how you're going to break it up, basically. And I haven't wrapped my head completely all the way around how I'm going to do that. But yeah, it is cheaper in the long run. Okay.
So I've been charging everybody just $5 because I think it's just easier.
You could keep doing that and just give them some really great gifts and stuff with the extra.
Yeah.
Okay. So Scentsy Club and Cinnamon Warmer of the Month, $8 flat rate. So this is cool. So Scentsy Club was, higher. And so if there's something that they're wanting, instead of a $10 flat rate to direct ship an individual order, like if you're ordering for them or if they're ordering from your PWS, instead of paying $10 flat, then you can encourage them and say, well, if you add to Scentsy Club, it's cheaper shipping with Scentsy Club. So there's that. Okay, Canada, here's yours. If you guys want to take a screenshot or something, it's the same explanation. I'm sorry, but there's your numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody have that?
July 5th on the workstation.
This is okay. So that's your information. That's your dollars. And so here's an example. And I looked through these guys, but it's been a few days. So Scentsy Club, this is Scentsy Club. Here's your retail amount. You get 10% off because it's over $30. You get 10% off. And so there's your discount. Shipping would have been $9.24, and now it's just $8 or $14 Canada. So it comes out cheaper. Okay, so here is An order, PWS. This is somebody placing an order on a PWS. There's their subtotal. That's what their previous shipping was. It would have been 10% because it's over $80. They would have been 10%, which would have been $16 for shipping. Bam, now $10. Individual order example. So if you're submitting the order for them, same thing, $10. LTOs, we sometimes order really quick and we forget to attach, or we don't attach to parties. And now it's just $10 rather than having to pay a ridiculous amount. So remember, if you don't attach it to you can attach it to a party and you have to pay shipping. Or if you didn't attach it to a party, then over 200, I think you would get free shipping. I don't know that this makes sense, but basically you can still attach orders from your PWS. Like if you're ordering for a flash sale yourself, or for an LTO that comes out and you have to order from your PWS really fast. Some of us are sometimes rushing. You can still attach it to a party. And instead of, paying $19 for all this stuff, it's just $10 or $14 Canada.
I agree. It's going to be so much easier to give customers a total because we can already figure out the sales tax.
Yep.
We already know the subtotal
Mhm.
and we're going to know the shipping.
Yeah. You don't have to sit and figure out, well, let me think through that. Nope.
Are we still being
Here's,
taxed on shipping?
say it again.
But we're still being taxed on the shipping.
Yes, because shipping comes before the tax amount.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's another example. Sorry, I don't know how to make that go away at the bottom. I don't know. Let's see, what's this one? Party order example. So this party was over 350 in workstation orders, so it got free. I mean, it would have been free even if it were the 500 the old way, but just as long as it's over 350 US or 465 Canadian, it's free shipping now if they're all workstation party orders. So one change will be where, if you had an online party, a lot of us have done text parties or party packs or Facebook parties. So if you had like all of your guests for the party that were ordering off of your PWS, and then it's time for the host to close her party, she might have to pay shipping, or you may have to cover that somehow. You might have to figure that out and say, okay, I'm going to cover your shipping because that's my host gift to you, or have her pay half. You'll figure something out if you don't have another 350 US to add to it from your workstation. So those PWS orders counted towards her host rewards. They just didn't count towards getting her to her free shipping. But it's still, $10 instead of 5%. PWS, what's this? Just another example. Cincy Success.
That's going to be nice on Sensi Success too.
Yeah, because it could get expensive if you were just trying to do that. I like to order through a party and, add it to my customer that I named business supplies. But sometimes, like for this fall, I just wasn't ready to submit a party, figure out host rewards. I kind of wanted to keep my kit available in case somebody wanted this. And so I did order my stuff, and I think I paid like $15 or something shipping last week. And so this would have been nice, $10 for us. Okay, so there is one more thing. PWS, as long as I've been a consultant, it was $10 a month US. Canadian, I'm not sure what your total was, but what was it?
12.
12. I'm sorry, guys. So it's always been the same. And I think that the change, it's not my favorite thing, but considering how prices have gone up for everything, and in 14 years I never paid more than 10. It never went up, it never changed. I was listening to, if you guys know, there's an SSD named Liz Howick, and I've gotten to know her, and she was explaining to me, she said, I have a external website that I upkeep. So in addition to her regular PWS, she has this other one, and she was like, there is so much work. Every time you want to add new products, you have to, think about if you are a store owner and you're trying to go through Squarespace, or some of you guys might know this, you're going through something you have to add a picture of every single product. You have to add your product description. You have to add a price. You have to add a button to click. Every single time there's an LTO, you have to add that. Every single time something goes away, you have to know how much stock is available. She said it can take hours. It is so much time. And the peace of mind, knowing that you don't have to do that, you don't have to worry about typos. Like, it's a good value to only spend $15 a month US, 18 Canadian, to have a website where it's all done for you. They collect the money. They, like, you're not having, they send the email out to say thank you for your order, and then your order has shipped. Like, I mean, like, everything
It
is
works
done.
when you're sleeping.
Yes. And I mean, like, when I thought of it that way, like, oh my gosh, I would not take the time to upload all of my things that I have in stock, or not in stock, but like every time there's a new product, and then every time to take away. So I just want to add that, because that was a fresh perspective that I really hadn't thought of. So instead of $10 a month, it's now going to be 15. If you have anybody joining, I would just tell them it's your first 3 months are free. And after that, it will be $15 a month. What's $15 a month? How much do you have to sell? If you're making 25%, it's $60. So you have to sell $60 a month, 60 PRV a month to make $15. So what's that? I mean, if you think about, sorry,
2 6-packs.
Yeah. And that's for the whole thing, not just the increase.
It's also a tax write-off.
Yes. And those are very nice to have.
Can I
Right.
throw this as a perspective?
Yeah.
So I'm going to also convert this, but I have an external website for my massage therapy stuff, right? So my cost doing that through WordPress and my domain costs, not including the domain costs, like just the website costs, are 120 US. And it was like, depending on the dollar, obviously it was 160 Canadian. So doing a quick division by the year, that was what we were paying. It was like 13 blah blah, right? So or whatever that would have been for you guys. I just did the 160 divided by 12. So it's basically what we were paying, but again, like you're saying, without any of the work. So what we were paying was basically par to what I pay for just having my website operate now.
Mm-hmm. Like the domain cost and the
That's
hosting.
This
and
is just the actual
uploading.
website. Yeah.
It's
Let alone the domain. That's a different cost. So
that's good. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So, and I tell everybody, a PWS is so great. It is the way that you can take advantage of the flash sales that we have every now and then. And that's how you get consultants to join your team. It's the only way. I mean, technically, somebody, if they had someone wanting to join, they could get a PWS for 1 month, and then you could technically cancel it. But I recommend having that. And then when you're a lead consultant and you're getting paid at title, meaning you hit those lead consultant numbers like the month before, then your name goes up on the consultant locator. So if anybody goes to Scentsy.com, they will, they can search their address and your name will populate in a list of names. And I get random orders, and it is wonderful. So if that hasn't happened for you yet, if you're not there yet, if you're not a lead, paid at title, consistently and always getting to reap those benefits, that is one of the biggest reasons, I think, to work towards getting a promotion this fall. And lead is just 1,000 PRV, and then you have to have one person that you've sponsored underneath you who is active that month. They have to do 200 PRV. You have to have 500 PRV, and then combined together, you have to have 1,000 in wholesale, which is 75% of the actual PRV. So did I say that right? Anyway, let's quickly go through. There's just one more slide, I think. And then, like, if you are somebody who is wanting to sell and sponsor outside of your country or outside of your region, this is information on that. And honestly, I hardly grasp it. I barely grasp it myself. I have paid because obviously we have Canadian team members and things like that. So if this is something you're interested in, I can find a training and we can get you more information, but I'm not the expert and I will admit it. So anyway, there's still somebody.
When does the PWS go up?
August 1st. All the changes, I believe, are August 1st.
I always transfer everything but $10 off of my card.
Now you're gonna have to change it.
I know, but I already did. So it's gonna be insufficient. I can use my debit card this month. It's fine.
Amy,
Oh, I see what you're saying, Jess. Yes, Denise.
something I, when those changes came out, of course, those slides were really helpful. Because I used them with my team last week at the team meeting. It was so helpful. But okay, so if you feel like you're grumbling about the shipping okay, look at the positive. Look, it's happening. So let's find the positive. And to me, this is one of the most positive. Two things, the 350. Oh my gosh, the 350 free shipping, I'm there. That's awesome. Focus on that. For those of you who are saying, I want to do annual mentor, I want to do this. Here's another goal. You don't close a party unless you have 350. You just tell yourself you don't close a party. I don't hold orders for a week or two, but you got that. The second thing, which is huge for me, is that people that are ordering through your website, tell them to keep buying, get a big order because it's only $10 shipping. I used to feel so bad because people would order so much and then have to pay that big shipping charge. So to me, I am really going to push, if you order through the PWS, shop away, you're only going to pay $10 shipping. I mean, to me, that is a biggie. That is a real biggie because I always hesitated, like, go to my PWS because I still give free shipping on all my local orders, still do. And so, I was like, go to the PWS. Oh, you're going to pay from shipping. They're like, holy moly. But now shop away, have fun.
Here's another way to look at it. It costs 60 cents to mail a letter today.
Oh, no kidding.
So $10 for just to mail a warmer, like, I don't know.
If you've ever tried to mail a warmer through like USPS,
it's way more than 10.
More. It's like 10, 12.
I think I paid 18 the other day. 18.
Mine was $30 to send a Harry Potter one last fall.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
if
you look at it from what we would have to go pay to mail it, ain't nobody griping. The first thing that I thought of when I saw it, because I saw the $15, for my website, which my website pays for, it's $15 over and over again. Just because I'm on that consultant search, so that's like I get random all the time. But the first thing I noticed was a 350 order is now free. How much am I going to save in shipping? Way more than that extra $5, way more. So if you have to raise my website $5, but you're going to give me a lot less shipping, I'll do it all day long.
Me too.
Because that website makes me money. Shipping does not. So take away my shipping and let me pay for what makes me money.
And the extra $5 is still a write-off. The shipping isn't always a write-off. Sometimes that's just out of our pocket because we're, I don't know how to say it, but we're just like good to our good customers.
Well, that could be a
My
write-off.
customers won't see the difference.
If you're covering your customer shipping, that would be a write-off, I think. But
it is a write-off if you're covering your customers. Absolutely.
But like I've been passing the 5% on to my customers. And so that was not a write-off.
I have a meeting.
Yes. Anyway, you guys, does anybody have a question or a comment, any clarification on anything? Thanks for sticking a little bit late. And I have to say something. I'm about to do another drawing, but I seriously, and I'm going to send him a gift. Juan Aguillon wasn't that Jay, just in a different name? It said Juan. The moment I wrote the name down, they left the meeting and I was like, oh, but I'm going to send them a gift because he said he was there.
He was on here.
He just left. I wrote his name down and then it went away. So I'm going to do another one real quick.
While you're doing the drawing, I think this catalog, it is the most welcoming catalog we've ever had. And I don't know, I don't have mine yet. It's not here. And I don't know if it's because it's the puppy. I don't know if it's the orange door. I don't know if it's just so like.
The dog and the door and the pumpkins.
The pumpkin, I don't know. It's the warmers that's in the window or the diffuser in the other window. It's just, there's something about it that's just so like, I mean, it's not even like the puppy is an older puppy. Like you can tell by the like white in his face. It's just so
Just
like I can just see me just like sitting on the steps. I just love the warmer, or I just love the catalog.
What does the Canada cover look like? Is it
Oh,
just?
the same.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
I have not loved some of the last ones with like too many photos. I find it really hard to label. I feel like I'm constantly covering something. And I find it so busy. It's the simplicity. One of our
Exactly
values,
what it is.
simplicity.
Yes.
We nailed this. I love this.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Because we got some great products coming out. I mean, to actually like, I know when for us that were at SFR, you know, they were showing them on the screen and we were all excited. But when you actually walked in and got to physically look at those warmers, the detail, the craftsman, like those pictures do not do those justice. I mean,
That's
it
what
just,
was the hardest this year, you guys.
you were missed, Jess. You were missed. You and
Freaking out
Megan
over
and-
something like the guy that made whatever.
The chemist.
Yeah, my chemist friend.
Yeah, and Chris,
be
I
back
agree
next
with you. For some reason this year, those products, well, they had them displayed. They did an above and beyond job of the display, but these warmers, they just had so much detail to them. It's like, I never wait in line to look at them, you know, but man, I waited in all those lines to look at them and they were great. Great.
I went live, so some of my girls got to see the live. It's a really bad video because, you know, I'm going in and out of people and around people, but yeah, it was, because when I walked in there and saw them, I mean, it wasn't the same as what we had just seen on the screen.
Be
So-
looking out, you guys, if you are in any of like the consultant Facebook groups. I know not everybody's on Facebook or in these groups, but if you are needing like real life pictures of warmers, people who got those home new season sales kits, or even as the new catalog starts, people are going to be taking, you know, really great pictures that are staged, and, you know, like some people are really great about sharing those. So be looking, and if you can't find anything and you're not sure where to look, ask one of us leaders and we will figure out how to point you to those images, because I think that those staged photos that look like they're, you know, in somebody's home and they're kind of got the decorations around them, like it really helps for selling, because people imagine how they look in their home. So, okay,
It's on our team page. Let us, because like, I know I follow a couple that they should have been interior designers. Like, it's just.
yes,
but,
yeah.
and that's not me. My house is all black, gray, and white. Like, there's no excitement here. But, they share it. They're happy to share, and they'll say share, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't already, I always have a list of Facebook groups I use. That is part of my welcome kit when my teams join. Like there's a list, and it includes like this page, right? Like Team Simplicity, here's my page, here's the Facebook ones I use, and they're all categorized by like what you need them for. But like Dan's page is on there, right, for end of month. But that's part of my welcome kit. These are my key groups I use for all said things.
Never thought about that.
Since you
Jamie,
mentioned it on
Jay
here,
got back on there. He's on there. He said,
did you text him? Jay, you won the door prize. I'm gonna send you something this week. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I wrote your name down, and then like seriously, the moment I looked up, like the square disappeared. And I was like, I was gonna send it to you. Anyway.
So I checked them out and I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and hop back on here shortly.
Yeah, I'll send you something.
Awesome.
Arlana, is it possible for you to send me the list of those groups and then I can put them in the link? If you can send them to me like tomorrow. No, I'm not in a rush. I will get it done tomorrow, and that way I can email the recording to everybody tomorrow. Thursday.
Ready.
What's today? Today's Monday. I'll work on it tomorrow. Get it to everybody by Wednesday. What?
I said, do you have 7-Eleven in the States? It's free Slurpee Day. I mean, we are the capital of Slurpees, mind you, Winnipeg is. So.
We don't have 7-Eleven in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We have 7-Eleven Oklahoma City, and I didn't know that. That would have been a fun thing to take my kids.
No, we are literally the capital of Canada of Slurpees in Winnipeg. So It's a standing title.
It's a disgusting thing we have.
That's something
This
to
is
be proud of.
layout. This is what everyone sees, but it says like flyer groups, other important Facebook groups or pages. And then I like said, like in here, like things on workstation, the Vista print, like I guess I'll change that to Canva probably afterwards, but like other ones, like the all about samples, that kind of stuff. So this is.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Hey, the
Amy, I
unicorn
sent you the 2
print.
links for Canva in your messenger.
Okay, cool.
So I wouldn't
I'll
forget it.
compile all that very soon. You guys, oh, the other winner is she listening? Kendra.
Yay, Kendra.
You're like looking away for a second. So I'll send you and Jay both some this week. So thanks for being on, everybody who's watching the recording. Thanks so much for taking the time to devote to your business. I hope that it's been helpful. And I am really excited about this fall. It's always, they're my favorite scents. So I like the fall for the scents, but I also like the fall for the success because people, like Jess said, are just so ready to make their houses, like once those temperatures cool down, they're just so ready to cozy up their home. And then like when it gets to be gift giving season, like I love helping people do their gifts. And so the good times.
Before we leave, can we say happy birthday to Shaylin?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, hon.
Happy birthday.
There. Okay,
My
there. Now we
sister.
can hear.
How old are you?
I put pumpkin cinnamon roll
There.
in my house this
Can
week.
you
Happy
hear us?
birthday.
You put what in, Jess?
Pumpkin cinnamon
Bro, it's
cinnamon roll in my
106
house.
degrees here.
It's hot here too, but I just needed something different. And
You see the
Oh, it's
sunburn
509.
from our parents meeting at cheer tonight? Yeah, this was not here 2 hours ago.
I worked pumpkin roll this weekend also.
What is up?
I'm not gonna
I
do
know
it
you're
again.
getting 100 and something degrees, Amy.
I know I won't do it again. It was really weird to walk into my house like that, but at the same time, like I left and I came back, I felt the cozy feeling. I was like, oh,
I
like
did
it's familiar.
fuzzy fleece in my office.
See, Kendra did it too.
Just what is your temperatures right now? I mean, you're up there, aren't you?
It's 105
105.
today.
It's 93 right now.
Cool down, cool friend.
it's 77
But what
now.
are you
It's time to
hitting?
cool down.
What are you hitting in the daytime though?
It was 105 or 6 today.
It's hot. I don't know. I just felt like it. It was
The
one
car said
room.
108 when I got in it at 4.
Ugh.
Hey, wow, girl.
I saw that Tulsa weatherman thought it was funny to say we have a cold front coming in tomorrow at 95 degrees. So funny guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But we do go right back up to 105. So I guess you can consider that 95 a
enjoy
Sis,
it.
where'd you get your shirt?
huh?
Where'd you get your shirt?
SFR.
I love it.
Those are
It
shirts.
should be on there.
Too.
And it comes in a mauve. I wish I'd have got that one. So I'm probably gonna order it. Love it. It's got the little Cincy logo on the top back.
Is
Is
it
it
in
A
the
new hoodie
store?
too. I got a new hoodie.
Let me look and see if it's in the store right now.
I
It
know
was
there's
an
a-
SFR.
The workstation was down. I don't know if it still is.
It's up.
Oh, because tonight's the
Maintenance.
work is
I think the shirts are on, and I think if you guys haven't been, there's some fun stuff in there. Oh, Irene.
The shirts are not there yet.
What about those party orders that if they order in your PWS, don't attach to the party? Or don't account towards the PRV for the party? Am I getting that one?
A PWS order, if you have a host and they're ordering for their host's party, it counts towards the host rewards, but it doesn't count towards the shipping minimums that she needs to hit to get free shipping.
no, crazy girl.
So it's better to take everybody's order and hold it?
If you're
No.
trying to get free shipping, I guess, if that was important to people, or if they don't seem to mind, then you could still have them going and paying their $10 shipping. So
And
it's
the direct
$10
ship,
shipping. and it's
$10
direct
too, right?
ship- Sorry, Kendra, what?
Oh, the direct ship through the workstation's $10 also through the party.
Yeah. But if they're local to the host and you, then yeah, it might be easier for you to do it. Or cheaper for them if you do it to get to that minimum.
But-
Go ahead.
Where that's really gonna affect, I think, and what she's asking is people that are doing link parties. sending out link parties where everybody goes to your website and orders. And then let's say they have a $500 party. Then you go into the workstation to close it. That $500 doesn't count towards getting free shipping.
Right.
No, but it is only 10. So even though maybe
Right.
you're putting $350 in, you're not paying that 10% anymore. You're only paying $10.
That's
So
correct.
Right.
Ooh, we did that good as a team, Chris. Thank you.
yeah.
Circled
So
around. So you could
just
charge
remember it's
everybody-
$10. You're not paying the 30-something worth of
Right.
shipping anymore.
Yeah. So charge
So you're
everybody
still
a
getting
couple dollars.
$500 worth of host reward, or the $500
Yep.
host rewards
Yeah, my
ish. You know what I'm trying to say.
so I mean I'm not just I know Canada pays a lot more. So I don't know how y'all feel about it. But like I'm not that devastated because I think 350 is a lot easier for some of my girls, and I really think that the $10 flat is just going to save a ton of my customers that do order $150 at a time, and I just try to tell them to get the 200, but then yeah. Anyway,
And Scentsy
I
Club,
thought-
I'm excited about that too,
Yeah.
because I have a couple of subscriptions myself, and I know my customers are gonna love that.
Well,
Okay,
and the
good.
way Chris said it was paying $5 extra for the PWS totally outweighs the shipping. I mean, that's the best way to look at it. And I read the news, the workstation pretty often. I didn't even catch the PWS thing until you guys said it tonight. But what the, like, that's the best way to
problem
look at
paying
it.
for
And
things
now
that
I'm
make
not
me
even
money.
like worried about the shipping. Not at all.
no, and it's all in our mindset. I mean, it's how we want to look at it, what we want to make out of it, what we do with with all of you guys, like anybody that's below you guys, like if you're not complaining about it and you show the positive side of it, because there is more positive than there is negative if you look at it from an overall view. So
True. And it's matter of fact, and I brought this up. I was gonna stop talking, but I brought this up. When our bar price increased a few years ago from $5 to $6, my customers did not bat an eye. They didn't. It was like, okay, it was $25 for a 6-pack. Now it's 30. Like nobody seemed to care. Then whenever Cincy instated this shipping policy and they changed it, and they did start adding, it used to be free shipping with $200 PRV orders. And then they changed it to 500 and they started adding the 5% shipping. I just gave that to my customers. I was like, as of September 1st, it's 5% shipping. No one said a thing. So if you just tell your customers it's $10 shipping, or it's, this or that, like just matter of fact, people know that prices go up and things change. And it's just, it's the way we present it. Like Chris said, for ourselves and for our team members who you are bringing on, or you're, trying to explain it to.
So I went to the post office today, and I shipped a flat rate box from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Portland, Oregon, which Abby's daughter's birthday was this week. It was not much bigger than the box that you guys got this. Like, it wasn't very big. It had a pair of shorts and 2 shirts and a couple of pop socket, whatever those little things are. $16 was the flat rate. If I would have put it in a bubble mailer, it was $22.
Whoa.
That was not overnight. That was just plain. They'll get it Thursday or Friday, US Postal, not UPS, US Postal. So after paying $16 today, I was just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I sent a couple people on my team a postcard with a little keychain in it that weighed hardly anything. They charged me $4.30.
Yeah.
Because the keychain can't go through the machine. So
Try pirate ship, and sometimes it's usually like $3.50, $3.75. Arlana,
I've got to get it set up as much
did
as
you
I
want
want.
to say something?
I had a question, and for our girls, FYI, we don't have pirate ship. It's on in Canada yet. Okay, I do understand the shipping increase, and I do respect that you guys had a couple dollar increase, but how I'm already prepared. Like $5 is a huge increase, because like a lot of people, for us, like even going to that 90 to 100 was like just a lot of teetering amounts, right? But I have very few people that are going to spend almost $150 to get the free shipping when they could at that point basically have a party, which is great if I advertise that. But a lot of them, again, it's like they're just grabbing whatever, right? It's meant to be quick. So anyone have a positive way to try to spend $5? Because like that, I'm not gonna lie, is gonna be a difficult sell on our side.
So ours is $10 flat and yours is $14 now flat.
9 currently, and it's going to 14. Like that sucks. And then we're still, our taxes on that is not like, it's 13% still or 12% on top of that. And like we have
Yeah.
other provinces that still pay more. Like, cause I have a lot of like people that order across Canada. So like
So when-
Alberta pays less, or my Nova Scotia people pay more, for example. Like, and
You don't pay taxes on the shipping.
Mhm,
Yeah, you do.
you do.
I do.
Our
So,
tax
like-
is absolutely insane. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even the shipping that I'm most annoyed about. It's like then now with the shipping and then the tax. Like the tax is
That's on.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So with a party order though, does it still end up being cheaper than the 5% was?
It was never 5, it was 10% for us.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Never at the 5%.
Like our shipping sucks. It's again, I've always, so again, our group orders are how I do the majority of our stuff. And honestly, like the fact that the attached orders aren't gonna contribute to that kind of, it literally is gonna twist how I run my business. That's on me to figure out. Whatever, I'm sure I'll be okay. But literally, for example, like you said, the exact numbers, I had 600 PRV from flash sale. It did its own party. It's all attached orders. And I was literally not gonna like cash that one in until we had the new stuff so I could actually order a lot of my supplies and make samples off of. And I'm like, whatever, I'll pay the shipping on it now. It was free for me. But it's like I'll add those little orders up. So if I have like a random LTO time frame where I can maybe get everyone the free shipping where I wouldn't have originally. Like that was how I ran my business a lot. So like again, I can figure that out. That's on me. But trying like if you guys have any advice on how to say like we understand inflation is a thing, but that's gonna be difficult.
I'm gonna chat with some Canadian leaders that I know and see what they are telling their teams. If they have thought through it and, you know.
And I don't have the ability to go and drop off orders. Like, I mean, I'm like Winnipeg alone is an hour's drive any direction it like easily. Like it's not a big city, but it's also not a quick moving city, if that makes sense. Like we're constantly with construction or snowfall, so it sucks. But yeah, or flooding, yeah, we've all the fun. So I just like I it's not like I can just say to everybody like just order it here and I'll deliver it. I don't have that. I don't have that time frame. My kids are in school every 2 hours. I pick them one up, so I can't do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, if there's any way to help, because like again, having Tristan and Samantha here tonight and Ricky help, but like to pass that on to my team now afterwards too. Like I don't want to be their Debbie Downer to clarify with them how this is going to go, but I don't know how to be positive about it either.
You're right. It does affect you differently. I wasn't thinking about the amount and all that. So
yeah,
I wrote down, that's a note for me in the next couple of days. I'm going to search out and see like, what are people doing? How are you making this work? And I'll pass that on to you. Is that okay, Arlana, if I pass that on to you?
Of course.
talk
Yeah,
about
I
it?
have my page I can go live on. Cause yeah, like honestly, I mean, a lot of time, like people like are like reluctant to paying the $9 shipping, and I either offer them 50% out of pocket or I'll even cover it so many of the times, because it's just, if it means getting $100 sale and paying $10, like whatever, I've sucked it up. I have enough income to cover that at this point. So it gets me that reputation. It gets me the referrals. So it's worked for me, and I don't have to do it all the time, but I did just do it for someone who wanted to go on the flash sale and like, but she's been wanting that Spider-Man warmer for so long. And that was like after the second time I come back, she wasn't a customer when it was around. And she was like, I barely have money to cover any of this. And I was like, look, if you can order it, I will pay your shipping. Like, I know that it's not probably going to come back again. And I know you're tight for cash, but like, if you can come with the cash to get it on the flash sale, like I'm not going to pre-order for it because I truthfully don't trust that she'd pay me back. But just, I said, if you can do it, I said, when the email comes in, I will EMT you the shipping costs directly back to you. So yeah, like, and again, so it's just because if I continue to do that, obviously like now my out of pocket is really gonna like, I can't afford to consistently do that then either.
Yeah.
So
it's considerable.
So Iowa must be the only state that doesn't, like, my taxes is the subtotal times 0.06, which we're 6%. So I'm not taxed on shipping.
Huh.
See, I didn't think we were either, but let me look.
So I take my subtotal. So I just pulled up this order. It's 142.80. So I took that times 0.06 and it comes to like 142.80 times 0.06 and it's 856.8. So I was charged, my tax was 857, which makes sense because it rounds up. I was not charged, my shipping was not taxed.
And my total is often right on, and I figure out subtotal, then I add the shipping and I do sales tax based off of those.
Mine's taxed on shipping.
Okay, something else for Amy to figure out.
Well, I was just like, how am I-
$49.80, $6 shipping, $4 tax, 60, I'm taxed on it.
Okay, you guys, I gotta skedaddle. I have to go. And I know that some of you guys, do we have any Irene? It's 10:43 for Irene. Everybody give it up for Irene. Anybody else? Is anybody
Irene's
else
a
on
late
that?
night anyways, right? You usually stay up late.
Just pretend like it's a really big deal, and it was so hard for you to do this just to be with us tonight. Amy. All right, you guys, but thank you for real. Thank you so much. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions after this, let me know. And again, the recording with any links that we talked about will be emailed out. If you don't get it by the end of the day, Thursday, I'll just say that. Then say, Amy, can you send me the link and I'll get it to you. But I'm hoping to send it out Wednesday.
Thank you, Amy.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Night.
Hi, guys.
Bye.